heaps of people were kind of like, that's a really cool idea. You should make a thing of it. So one day I sat down at home with a beer and I just sat there. I bought Dogecoin.com. That's a bit funny. And I slapped the Doge face onto a coin and just put it live. And I wake up the next day to heaps of retweets. And my co-founder, who's based up in Portland, had messaged me and said, hey, I found that you can change I forked the Bitcoin source code or the Litecoin source code, and you can change the font to Comic Sans. I'm like, ooh, okay, we got to do this. Like, that's hilarious.
Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin has now almost overtaken
all-time high this week of $900. Now, at its peak, if you had invested $1,000 a year,
Everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Wednesday. How's everybody doing? We're holding on after yesterday's crypto dump. We're holding on. We're going to explore what's happening with Doge. We're going to look at a few other alts as well and talk about bulls versus the bears. Yes, bulls versus bears. You know, we keep it real on this channel, which is why you guys keep coming back. And for anybody new joining, please be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button as well. Get more people coming in. On checking out what we're talking about. We concentrate mainly on Dogecoin here, but I talk about other cryptos and everything finance related as well. Whatever is on your mind, put your questions in the chat and we go through them. But I always have the charts and the news and all sorts of things to talk about. And I have a unique perspective on trading, particularly crypto trading, that you don't hear much of other people talking about. You just don't hear it. And this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. So glad you all are here. And for those who are watching this on the video replay, where were you? Did you not have your notifications on? You didn't get notified that Chris was live? And you're not coming in? Because you join the lives. You get to participate in the chat, ask questions. We have a good time. But I get it. That's okay. Some people are busy. That's all right. But don't miss the next one. Friday, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock East Coast time, United States. And I know you guys are all over the world. So check your clocks where you are and join in. We do have fun. But I do videos as well because some of you guys say, I'm not going to watch a 2-hour live stream. It's like I want it nice and concise. So I do videos every other day as well, just for you guys. I did one this morning. Did you guys watch it? Did you watch my video this morning? It's just 12 minutes, very concise, what was going on. But here in the live stream, we can expand that conversation and answer questions as well. Where are we? As I drop down here in the corner, we are just at 10 cents, right at 10 cents. Right where this green line is right there is 10 cents. Up here is about 10.3, 10.2, 10.3 right in there. There's our resistance line right there. And we are hugging this right below it. Cannot break this resistance here. So we got to break it. And what's it going to take to do that? It's going to take the bulls, right? We've got to have the bulls. But why are there bears? Why are there bears? I mean, there's so many good things going on, so many good things coming up. Shouldn't the price just go up? be high already? And who's selling? Who's selling? Well, it's the traders and, yep, shorters and leveraged long traders. Leveraged long traders. Uncertainty in the Middle East. That doesn't necessarily equate directly to crypto, I don't think, Danny. The only thing we saw was in April when Iran did send a bunch of missiles toward Israel. That kind of spooked the market. But uncertainty, uncertainty has been going on for a long time over there. So, but yes, crypto is a risk-on asset, meaning that the volatility is more than stocks. And if there's something that is going to put fear into the markets, yeah, crypto is going to dump. But this one that we had right here, this dump here, that was leverage, in my opinion. Just taking out leverage. And I'll show you what I mean there. But that was the leverage. We had the ton coin thing over the weekend, and I zoom out to the 1 hour chart. Sort of what happened with the sell-off on ton was pretty bad because of what happened with Mr. Pavel Durov. And so, yeah, so it hasn't been great since last Friday. We have this drop. But again, we're looking at the Doge chart here. We look at the Bitcoin chart, and it's very similar. A little more sideways for a few days, but then the big drop we had here. And the Bitcoin drop that we had here yesterday is what kind of led the market, as well as ETH. Big drop on ETH as well. ETH dropped all the way down to 23.90 and took out a bunch of leverage down there as well. So, yeah, that's what's going on overall in the market right now. Of course, in the short term, we're going to be watching Doge and see if we can get back up near 1025, 1030, at least where we were here yesterday before that big dip that happened. So that is what we will be watching during the stream and where this is. So let me get caught up in the chat of what's going on with the people who are here early, and then we'll get into the news and what is going on and why we're talking about bulls versus bears. Mikey, Doge going to the moon. Yes, eventually. Eventually. And Matt asks, do you think it's more of a matter of when than a matter of if, as far as Dogecoin? And that is the big question. And again, as I had on my 2024 price prediction for the year, the video that I put out way back on January 1st, I had two scenarios. I had one, if X incorporated Dogecoin onto the platform, like if Elon really had Doge on X Twitter incorporated, then I had one price scenario. But if that didn't happen, I had a second price scenario. So it's still kind of an if for Doge. We have seen, and I've shown in the past few videos, these 4-year cycles, and this cycle is no different. And that in 2025, we could probably expect a huge Dogecoin run. But what's that going to be based on? What is going to make it go on that run? That is what we're watching for and waiting for. Whiskey, let's get it. Ryan, hello, hello. CDM, welcome. Chris, having fun, looks like. Hello, Jay. Hello, Richard. Danny wants to pick some up at 7.9 cents. You had a chance back in February. February was your last chance at 7.9 cent Doge. I don't think you're going to be seeing that again. We're holding pretty strong up here in the 9s with all of this dipping. So, Yes, having your notifications on is a must, Ryan, because you never know. I could always do a surprise live stream. Something juicy going on. Kriss is going to be live. So you got to be subscribed and have your notifications on. That's right. Bulls are fighting off the bears. But we'll talk about bulls and bears in just a little bit. As Proxy says, the 4-year cycles have been very consistent. No reason to think it will not continue. Exactly. There's no reason to think it will not continue. But we also have to be mentally prepared and mentally ready, like I posted on X Twitter earlier today, particularly with all the leverage trading that's going on and the really high level of trading that I don't think we've seen in past crypto cycles, not at this level, that I think is keeping the crypto prices suppressed right now. Damn leverage traders. I haven't kept up with Doge. What's trending? You got to watch my videos, Danny. You got to watch my videos. I do video or live stream just about every day. That's what's going on. Now, in a little bit, I will cover some of the latest news, but I cover stuff just about every day. Groundhog Day, 10 cents again. Yeah, here we are. Hey, KB, how are you? Yep, keeping it real and entertaining at the same time. Judge Bibbles, the market is bipolar. Yeah, it has been. Joshua thinks I sounded bearish on X. Slightly. Again, it's realism because we do see this leverage trading that is just keeping the markets down. There's so much thought going into this bull market by traders. And I'll show you a very interesting chart in just a little bit that shows, especially one trader, millions of dollars just trading again and again and again. And then he gets wrecked again and again and again. So it's like crazy. It's crazy. You just DCA'd again last night? Yeah, you probably got 9.8 cent Doge. Zach, tuning in from Western Mass. I was just there on Sunday at Tanglewood. We listened to Beethoven's Ninth Symphony by the Boston Symphony Orchestra there at Tanglewood. That was cool. I'd never heard Beethoven's Ninth live before. Second movement gets you every time. For those who are into classical music, you know what I'm talking about. Beethoven's Ninth. That was very cool. But yeah, we love Western Mass. We go out every summer, hang out in Lenox, surrounding area. Good stuff. What's up, Inspector? NVIDIA earnings. Yeah, they're coming up right now. After market, NVIDIA is not really doing much yet. Not moving yet. I've got it here on my my laptop down here. So if there's some spicy NVIDIA after market movement, I'll let you know. Joseph, what's up? Tedward, thought about buying some NVIDIA calls today, but instead you bought some more Doge. I don't know what's going to happen with NVIDIA. That's a crapshoot right now. The expectations are pretty high. And from what I saw, a lot of the analysts are thinking that it's going to be tough to meet those expectations with their earnings. So I don't know, but overall, the company's still doing pretty good. It's just funny how those earnings calls work, especially when people have really high expectations and they're not met. We'll see. Samuels, can't wait to see the look on people's faces when they find out Doge was legit. CBM just wants to fast forward past the elections. Leverage is keeping crypto suppressed. Yes, Proxy, and I will show you why in just a little bit. Low boy, how are you? You're waiting on NVIDIA? You got some 975 Doge. Nice, right at the bottom. I think I saw 969 flash onto my screen once. 969. So 975 is pretty good. Are Chinese dumping dollars? Yes, they are. Chinese have been dumping all of their US Treasury bills, all of that stuff, and buying gold. They're buying gold. So, yep, that's happening. What impact could crypto have as the election nears? It's all about hope, right? It's all about hope. We'll see what's trending between the Republican side and the Democrat side. Did you guys hear today that OpenSea got a Wells notice? We'll talk about that too. And it's just like the SEC hasn't given up. So anything the Kamala Harris campaign says about being crypto friendly, those are just words. Not happening. Not happening. They got another exchange that had to pay a huge fine. And now they're going after OpenSea for NFTs, saying those are unregistered securities. That doesn't sound very nice. John Williams ripped off Gustav Holst's The Planets for Star Wars music. Really? I hadn't heard that. Hello from the home of crypto. Amar, how are you? X licensing for payments should be done soon. 36 states now is the latest. Maine was the latest state that does have the X money transmitter license. So we're up to 36 states now, only 14 to go. Only 14 to go. Low boy had a buy order from last night that filled at 975. But you didn't fill at 970. Yeah, I saw it hit 969, but I guess it depends on what exchange you're buying on. So yeah, on Robinhood, yeah, 975 would have hit, but not 970. Even if it hit 969, it's too close. Needs to be more of a gap. I'm good brother from Bletchley, England. Bletchley. Cool. So what's going on? Overall, we've got bubbles are all red except for dogs. This dogs token is being heavily manipulated up and down, wiping out shorters and leverage longs again and again and again. Huge up, down, up, down. I'd be very careful about that. But they got a Binance listing. And so with Binance listing comes futures trading, and it is getting manipulated like hell. So that's why that's kind of an outlier, is dogs. Sats used to be one. Maybe it is now. It's getting shorted down. NVIDIA, yeah, up about 1.5% now. After hours. Up 2% now. NVIDIA's moving. Yeah, and Doge is 99.99 when I flipped over there on Doge. For crypto market cap, here is Doge firmly in 8th place. Toncoin, if you bought Toncoin down at like 505 or 510, that was the big dip on Toncoin yesterday. And it's recovered up to 548, but there's still a lot of uncertainty about Pavel Durov and what's going to happen with him. It seemed like police have released him from custody, but he still has a court hearing to go to, and they could still throw the book at him. So the whole Telegram community is all supportive, but then there was the Ton blockchain overnight had to be halted because of some airdrop or trading of some meme on it, and it was out for like 4 or 5 hours. That's not good when a blockchain needs to be stopped and restarted, or is accidentally stopped, and then the devs got to figure out what's going on and how to get it back going again. That's not good. I mean, Solana is guilty of that as well, many times. But yet Solana is still up here at number 5. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But here's Doge. Doge is a blockchain that never stops. Never been hacked. Never had a problem. The Dogecoin blockchain just keeps working. So there's something to say about a proof of work cryptocurrency with miners getting Doge rewards, and it just keeps trucking. So that's Doge. Tron has been up and down, but it was up enough where it passed Cardano. So Tron is now number 10, and Cardano is 11. So that's where we stand right now on crypto market cap. So what's going on? Bitcoin price drops below 59,000. Yeah, Bitcoin ETFs, we ended up having more selling than buying. Let's see, NVIDIA announced quarterly earnings of 68 cents per share, beating expectations by 19%. How about that? Beating high expectations by 19%. That is pretty good. That's pretty good for NVIDIA. So what happened with this drop? Well, over $300 million of leveraged positions were liquidated. There isn't a bearish sentiment prevalent in the market. It's leverage. And I'll talk about that in a minute. It's really the leverage. And those that don't understand the trading and what's going on may be a little fearful, but overall, it's the leverage. And I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, chart doesn't look great. This is the Solana chart. Just about all crypto charts look like this over the past day or so. And the Bitcoin ETFs on Tuesday had record outflows of $127 million. So Grayscale had a bunch of selling, and the BlackRock buying did not overtake that. So that's not great. But yeah, it's all about liquidations, and I'll show you that in a minute. We do have some liquidations happening right now. Leveraged. Yeah, so Bitcoin's dropping back down, 58.9, and wiping out some more leveraged longs here. So that is happening right now. Here's the Bitcoin chart. I mean, that just, yeah. See that price pushing down right there? Hunting leveraged traders is what that is. So, so that's what's going on with that. And then Dogs, which is the meme coin on the Ton blockchain, it was the top gainer, but also was intraday one of the top losers because it got shorted. Market makers dumped it, took out leverage positions, and then brought it back up to take out shorts. Crazy. But it's because it got listed on Binance. That was the main one. The big boys are there, and they're making money. Making money when the price goes up and making money when the price goes down. So what about Dogecoin? Well, Dogecoin faces fresh challenges. We'll talk about bulls versus bears, but market liquidations, big. Now, that 300 million was not all Doge. That was 300 million right here, 366 million across all of cryptocurrencies over the past 24 hours. We had one trade that got liquidated at $12.6 million on the ETH BTC pair. They were trading the ETH BTC pair and they got liquidated for over $12 million. Wow. NVIDIA down 4%. Wait, what happened? Earnings beat expectations and it was up 2%. And now it's down 4%. Wow, Damien. That's crazy. Some real volatility there. Now they're bringing Bitcoin back up and taking out some new short positions. Jeez. All right, what's going on? Overly optimistic Bitcoin traders washed out. So what is this about? Overly optimistic. These are leveraged longs. Again, I say don't trade with leverage. They're going to hunt you down and they're going to take you out, especially if you're trading with big dollars. They're going to find you. The Bitcoin futures premium plunged to its lowest level in 10 months, but traders have refused to turn bearish. So they keep making trade after trade after trade, thinking this time I'm going to get it right with like 10x leverage. That's what's happening. It's all about leverage. Huge leverage volume right now being traded. So, so let's get to this. So this is the Bitcoin liquidation chart. And as the price dropped yesterday below 60,000, it took out quite a bit of leverage. There's still more down here in the upper 50s, and there's some big ones down here at about 54,000. But I don't think they're going to take it that low to take those out. Where the biggest leverage right now is up here at 70K. Look at this. Huge, massive leverage liquidity. Some of it from all the way back in June. From all the way back in June. And these are shorts. These are shorts. And they're making money as the price goes down on these leverage trades. And it's huge. So Steph says, look, massive liquidity is lying around 70K for Bitcoin. A short squeeze is imminent. That means once Bitcoin's price goes up, it's going up over 70K. And it wants to take out those huge short positions up there. That's the target. That's what we're waiting for. That will be huge. But until then, it could be a while. It could be a while before we get there. So what else about Doge? So Doge itself had over $3 million in liquidations. Rising volume with declining price suggests a strong downtrend. No, that just happens when there's a dump in the market. The volume ticks up. I talked about that this morning in my video. That's what you see. It has nothing to do with a strong down. It just, that's what happens when there's a quick dump in the market. The volume ticks up. It doesn't mean that downtrend is going to continue. But Doge faces resistance. Failure to break it could push Doge down to about 9.7, and we did see that. Earlier today, Doge did hit 9.69 is what I saw. I saw 969 on Binance, on the Binance chart there, 969. So that's what we have for Doge. Doge under 10 cents, investment opportunity or red flag. There are still a lot of bears out there who think Dogecoin is still going to drop lower. A lot of bears out there. But at the same time, there are many who are confident that this 9.7 line is holding as support and that Doge will not drop below that. So Doge holding pretty well here after, of course, the dump we had yesterday. So if this can trend upwards and we can get out of the danger zone, That would be a positive sign. Positive sign for Doge. So, will Dogecoin explode 4,000%? 4,000%. That would take Doge up quite a bit. They say a 4,000% surge is unrealistic, though, and I agree at this point. Over time, maybe, but so they're replying to this, and this is a chart that I looked at in my video this morning that's targeting Dogecoin on this next bull run to hit $4. This is $4 Dogecoin, thanks to 1000X Boy on X Twitter. And again, it's looking at the 4-year cycles. And if you want to see this chart in more detail, watch my video from this morning. So that would be this Can Dogecoin Break Resistance video right here. That's my video from this morning, and I showed that chart in detail. And then yesterday's video was Dogecoin Will History Repeat, which was another chart showing the 4-year cycles. So check out those 2 videos if you haven't seen them yet. But I know some of you guys are loyal and you're going to watch every Kriss Pax video. Very good. Very good. So, yeah, I'm not betting on $4 Dogecoin this bull run. I'm not. So let's get to $1 first before we start talking about $4, $5, and more. Right? Got a long ways to go, but yet these people just keep pumping out these price predictions. And I also have talked about the law of diminishing returns that we have. That's happening on Bitcoin, and that would be Dogecoin as well. So to mirror what Doge did in 2021, I think is a little unrealistic. So anyway, so there's that. Elon Musk's influence on Dogecoin, is it diminishing? Well, we didn't see as huge of a pump as I would have expected. That whole Department of Government Efficiency thing, that Doge title for Elon when he works for the Trump administration, if Trump actually wins, that probably would have moved Doge's price a lot higher back in 2021, but 2024, not so much. So is Elon Musk's power to move Doge weakening? Yeah, until he actually does something. That's what we need. We need him to actually do something, accept Dogecoin for a Tesla car. Pay out your content creators on X Twitter in Dogecoin. That would be awesome. Do that. He could do that right now. He doesn't need X payments for that, but he hasn't done that. But that's what it would take, in my opinion, to get Dogecoin to go on a huge parabolic run. That's what we're waiting for. It's not going to be on hopium this time. At least I don't think so. But who knows? When it starts moving and people FOMO in, I mean, that's what we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting for. So yeah, we want to see the bull cycle and we want to see Doge explode. So there was this thing about free Dogecoin that was going to come on this airdrop. It was fake. There was a fake X account promising free coins. So be careful. Whenever you hear the word Dogecoin and airdrop in the same sentence, don't do it. And definitely don't connect a wallet. Do not connect a wallet. It'll get drained. So be careful out there. A lot of Dogecoin imitators and a lot of people trying to scam you out of your Dogecoin. So be careful out there. So rate cuts. We're all expecting rate cuts for the United States Federal Reserve in September. Will it be 25 basis points? Will it be 50 basis points? I've already told you my opinion, which I've been saying for almost 6 months now, that the September FOMC meeting would be a 25 basis rate cut. I said it wouldn't happen in June. I said it would happen in July. And I was correct on that prediction. And I still say 25 basis points in September. And I'm 90% sure that that's what it's going to be. They're not going to go 50 basis points. The Fed is just, they're a little too conservative, I think, at this point to make a big move like 50. What would that do to the market, though? Arthur Hayes says it's called a sugar high, right? Be a sugar high. But he doesn't think that just rate cuts for the US Fed is going to spur Bitcoin and crypto to have a huge run. We would all like it to happen, though. Rate cuts are announced. Crypto goes crazy. That would be awesome. But it's probably not going to happen. And it's leverage. That's what a lot of it is. It's all of that leverage trading. Right before FOMC, there's going to be huge leverage bets being made. Huge leverage trades. Betting that based on what Chair Powell will say about interest rates being cut, expectations that Bitcoin and other crypto is going to go much higher, there's going to be huge leveraged trades going on. And that's why we typically see after an FOMC meeting, I can draw it on the Bitcoin chart here. What we would normally see is leading up to the meeting, you would see the price coming up, right? The announcement is made and there's a sudden price up and then it just drops like that. That's typically what you see. The price drops. It's totally manipulated, and it's to take out all that leverage that's right there. All those huge leverage bets that were made, they'll drop the price down to take out huge leverage. You can count on it happening because it happens every time. And this one is especially going to be bad because of the expectations of the rate cuts. It's going to be really bad. So it's going to be an exciting day. I usually watch Tom Crown on FOMC days. I recommend you watch Tom as well. He has a very entertaining live stream. And he does these same kind of predictions. He's like, yep, this is what it's going to do. And 9 times out of 10, he has got it spot on. Exactly the way the market moves. Sometimes it's going down leading in, and then you get shorting going on, and then the price jumps up and then comes back down. So you have that happen as well. And again, that's all FOMC day. So we'll be talking a lot about that as we lead up to that in mid-September. But until then, we've got the market as it is now. We've got Bitcoin holding on to 59K, now up to 59.3. We got Dogecoin holding on to 10 cents now. So again, we need to get back over this orange line here, which is between 10.25 and 10.30. We need to get back over this line here, which is still holding as resistance. A few more news stories. We talked earlier about the open network, TON, which is the blockchain by Telegram founder, and the volatility that TON has had has been incredible, with the founder of Telegram being detained in France, being put in jail. He's released, but he's got a court date. There's still charges against him. And from what I am reading on X, it doesn't look good for him. It doesn't look good. And there's some old stories about him that may or may not be true, other stuff coming out. I'm not going to get into any of that. I don't know the guy's history, but trading Toncoin is going to have its big risks. Big risks. We talked about that on Monday. I mean, if you bought it down at 505 or 510, if you bought Ton down there, you might be okay. Again, it's trading at about 5.5 now, right? Let's see where it is right now. Yeah, 550. So buying at 550 though is going to be really risky for Toncoin. So we have that. And of course, Justin Sun says, well, Tron is stable. Tron never goes down. But then neither does Dogecoin. Neither does Algorand. There's a lot of blockchains that don't go down. Can't say that about Solana. Can't say that about Ton now. So, but yeah, good. I mean, Justin's just trying to jump on the bandwagon here, get people's attention to Tron. And now that he's pumping memes out, or he created a program to allow people to very quickly and cheaply create meme tokens on the Tron network. Jump on the bandwagon. Good for him. It caused Tron's price to go up. Tron came back into the top 10. Good for Tron. Okay. I just don't believe this guy. He is not doing what's best for crypto. He's about making money. And I think he'll just do whatever he does in his own best interest to make money. We got a bit about Avalanche. Avalanche retraces to key support level. Expert expects $32 target by October. I'll take $32 Avalanche by October. I'll take that. I've got a bag of Avalanche. Avalanche is sitting at about $24 now. So to go up 33%, yeah, I think that's doable, and that would be good. Get Avalanche back out of the 20s, back in the 30s. I'll take that for those who are holding AVAX. Good for you. And then, of course, we have the good old SEC. They have issued a Wells notice against OpenSea, which means they're seeking information, but it pretty much means that they're going to be taking them to court. Generally what it means. And so all this talk about the Harris-Walz, Democrat Party somehow becoming crypto friendly because they don't want to piss off the crypto voter bloc. What you doing? Did they not tell Gary Gensler to hold off? Because this isn't good. This isn't good. So right now, about 95% of the crypto world is going to vote for Donald Trump here in the United States, because this whole SEC enforcement by action kind of thing, not good. Call off the dogs. Then I'll believe you, Kamala. But until then, you are anti-crypto, because that's what Gary Gensler is. So that is what I've got. I've got one more chart here, and that is this. So we're going to talk a little bit more about leverage. I see a question in the chat. Why do people do leverage? Yeah, Michael asks. They always lose because of the criminal fraud manipulation. Exactly. Dan Crypto. Here you can see the journey of our degen in the past 8 hours alone. And this is a follow-up to a previous post that Dan had. He entered and got flushed out for $30 to $50 million positions about 5 times today alone. This is excluding the massive flushes the past 1 to 2 days. Still not sure who or what is doing this. More importantly, why. I do know whoever is market making against this is having the time of their life, as these positions are ripe for the taking every time. This is a leverage trade that gets flushed down. Price moves up. And then the same trader then makes a new leveraged long trade. They didn't say at what leverage. Let's call it 10x. It gets flushed. Price starts coming back up, enters again, gets flushed. Price enters, goes up again, makes another leverage trade to try and ride the wave. Eventually, this is going to like break out. Nope, gets flushed again. Enters again, gets flushed again. So yeah, why do people leverage? It's gambling. It's total gambling. And this guy probably hit it big before, and now he's run into tough luck, and he's continuing to get taken out on his leverage trading. But he keeps coming back for more, thinking this time, this is the time I'm going to hit it. Millions and millions of dollars. This is why we can't have fun in crypto. Because the exchanges don't want to lose all this money, millions of dollars that would come out of their pocket to pay this guy off if he cashes out on a big 10x leverage or whatever it is. So there we are. Unbelievable. And so just keep flushing it out, flushing it out, flushing it out. So that's my take on bulls versus bears. It's really more about leverage buying and then flushing those trades back out, liquidating those leverage. And that's what we have going on. So we just got to ride it out. Eventually, there'll be huge news. Something will overcome the market makers and the shorts. And we'll see, hopefully, Bitcoin back up here over 70,000 to take out all these huge short positions and have a big short squeeze. That's what people are looking for. But right now, there's all this leverage being traded down here that they're going to continue to take out. That's the story of the bulls versus the bears. Where's NVIDIA now? Down 4% after hours. Is NVIDIA. Let's see where that price is. Yeah, at about 120. So it closed at 125. It had been up like 126 right up to into closing. And now it's trading at 120, down about 4% after market. What's up, Bull Run? What do you think is going to happen first, Doge 1 or X payments? Well, Alberta, I haven't heard anything about either of them happening anytime soon. Nothing from Astrobotic on Doge 1 satellites. There's been no update at all. X payments, we did hear today that they now have Maine, money transmitter license in Maine. So they have 36 states now, 14 to go. And that was what Elon said, is he wanted all 50 states before he rolled out X payments. So that's what we're waiting for. What are my thoughts on Kamala's campaign plan to tax unrealized gains? Yeah, it'd be a catastrophe. I don't think it's even legal, to be honest. I don't think it's legal that they could even do that. Are they going to refund unrealized losses? So if you're down 100K, they give you money, right? Are they going to do that? No. I read some of the particulars. I mean, again, there's no real plan. It's just been talked about. We don't know all the details of what that would actually look like. But it seems like it's really targeted more toward the rich, because that's basically Kamala's plan, is tax the rich. Something like that. Doge is the second proof of work blockchain. Actually, that's not correct. Litecoin was before Dogecoin. So we had Bitcoin, Litecoin, and there were some others as well that were created around that same time. Was EOS one of them? Were they before Doge? I don't know. But there were a number of them back then. But yeah, Litecoin is older than Doge. Yeah, whatever happened? Whatever happened to Doge One? Still waiting. I follow Astrobotic on X Twitter. I haven't heard anything. Haven't heard. So Amar wants a price prediction for Doge, the bull top. I talked about that on my January 1st video. I don't even remember what I said now. But that's still in play. Still in play. 222. Looks like Bitcoin's going to chop between 59 and 57. Yep. As long as that leverage trading continues, they're going to continue to wipe it out. Just stop. Let Bitcoin go on a run. The market makers will let it go. But they just keep doing it. They can't help themselves. Eventually, they will take those shorts, but not yet. I agree. I absolutely agree. Eat my shorts. Someone owns a ton of XRP and laughs at you for owning Doge. And I told him, we'll see. Yeah, JD. Oh, your buddy? Yeah. Good luck with that, XRP. Good luck. With all the pro leverage trading going on right now, who knows how high Bitcoin will go anyway. Once it starts moving, the short squeeze hits, it'll run. We've seen it. Saw it in 2020, 2021. Saw it in 2017. When the FOMO kicks in, it just keeps going and the market makers can't stop it. But the exchanges should be happy because the volume ticks up and they make all that money off of the volume of trading. Hopefully it offsets what they lose in the leverage. Some motivational words, please. You're down 9,000 in your portfolio. So Jose, the motivation is, let me go to X. And this is going to be a Dogecoin one, okay? And you watched my video this morning as well. So go to X, and we'll look at Dogecoin. We'll look at media. And we will point to this chart. This is the motivation, and this is what was in my video this morning. 2016 into 2017, Dogecoin went on a 10,000% run after an accumulation period. Okay. 8 years ago. 4 years ago, after an accumulation period, Dogecoin went on a 29,000% run. 4 years ago. Here we are today. We are accumulating. 2023, now into 2024. We had a bit of a run earlier up to 22 cents, and it fell back down. Unfortunate, but that's what it is. What will be the next big run? Late 24 into 2025. What is the big run? Tariq Elliott is predicting, and he's bullish, he's predicting a 4,800% run, which would take Dogecoin up to $4. So there's your positivity right there. That's Dogecoin, though. I don't know what you own, if it's all Doge or you've got a diversified portfolio, but that is the type of thing. Again, Bitcoin has a chart that shows 4-year cycles. It's not as, it doesn't spike, but Bitcoin doesn't spike as much as Doge has. So, but that's what I was showing in my video earlier today, was that chart. So there's a little sneak peek of it, but you should watch my video from this morning. And then the other chart was yesterday's video. You should watch that one too. It's good videos. Can't wait to see the debate. It'll be interesting. September 10th, I believe. ABC will be tough. They're very anti-Trump. So that will be interesting. That's Rachel Scott. She's the woman who had that Q&A with Trump last month, or earlier this month, where she was just grilling Trump, and Trump was like, God, answering the questions. But and then you watch ABC Nightly News, and they can't help themselves. Whenever there is a news story about Trump that is positive, they always slip something negative in. They can't help themselves. But when it comes to Kamala and Tim Walz, there's never anything negative said about them. So ABC is very biased towards the Democrats. It's very obvious when you watch them. But Trump is willing to do it because he knows if he's on stage with Kamala, he'll just bury her. So that's why he's agreed to it. The same thing happened on CNN with Biden. Yep. Buy Doge at 10 cents, sell at 20 cents, double your money. I think a lot of people would be very happy to see Doge at 20 cents right now. They'll take it after what we've been through this summer. It's been a long summer, hasn't it? It's been a long summer. Yeah, Ryan, someday. Cheers. Someday we'll be there. Yeah, bull run. They're not going to stop doing leverage. They're addicted. It's gambling. Once you hit it big once, you think you can just do it again and again and again. It's the same thing with roulette, craps, blackjack. All the blackjack it takes a little longer on blackjack, but yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Yeah, I don't touch that. I don't short. I don't do leverage, although 2026 bull run may look into shorting. Not right now. It's just guessing now. Not worth it. But in a bear market, I'll consider it. We'll see. You have 1.7 million Doge. I will sell in April or May 2025. We'll see where we are. April and May of 2021 were awesome months, probably the best ever for Dogecoin. Well, early May. You had to be out by the 7th. Because May 8th, 2021, that Saturday Night Live, that ended up not being good for Doge. So that's why we're going to be looking at taking profits this cycle. If it makes a monster run like that, I'm never working again. Up to $4? Yeah. Up to $4. You've got an 8.8 cent average. You're still in the green then. At 9.9, you're in the green. Not by a lot, but again, long ways to go for Doge. Being patient. It's hard, I know. Again, we've been talking about this all summer long. It was totally expected. I didn't think Dogecoin would drop this low. So, yeah, and Fox is biased toward the Republicans. Exactly. So, remember when Fox used to have that saying, fair and balanced? Yeah. Is anyone fair and balanced? Like Newsmax leans to the right. Maybe C-SPAN, are they still around? Remember C-SPAN? They should do it. Certainly not MSNBC. And all the major networks are all left. NVIDIA earnings call is now starting. So we'll see what they say during the call. But yeah, the stock is still down 4% after market for those watching NVIDIA. But yeah, we'll see if that turns around. After what they've put us through, I'm not selling until $1. Well, again, that's what I was thinking back in 2021. And watching 2021, again, we're watching Bitcoin as well, because Bitcoin went down quite a bit. Bitcoin had been like 64,000 and it dropped all the way to like 32,000, like half its value. But in October, November, went all the way up to 69K. And so was higher than it was earlier. And the expectation was Dogecoin would make that same kind of big run late in 2021. And the highest it got was 35 cents. It didn't get over it. And we were all like, I'm not selling till $1. And at 35 cents, it turned around and dropped back down. And then we were in bear market before you knew it. So everybody just held and said, we're just going to wait till the next market. Wait till the next bull market. So I still have all of that Doge that I had back in 2021, plus all of the additional Doge I was buying over the past couple of years. Waiting, being patient. Why are you guys all complaining? Great time to buy now. Going to be buying Doge when my paycheck comes through. Well, Amar, a lot of us have bought on all the other dips, and we got no more money to buy anymore. Now we just want it to go up. That's the position I'm in. I got no more cash to buy. I'm all in on crypto. Let's go. For those that still want to buy more on a dip down to 7.9 cents or whatever, I don't want that to happen. Like, that's just looking at me, though. For you, maybe a quick dip down there and right back up, and then let's go. It may be okay. But no. I just want it to go now. I don't like Doge down here at this price. Even though I'm still in the green personally, I'm just like, I'd rather have 19 cents than 9 cents right now. Feel a whole lot better. But here we are. And the price suppression is going to continue. Now, I look long-term too, Amar, but I'm going to probably take half my Dogecoin off the table and take profits, probably on half my Dogecoin, and hopefully hit it at the top of the cycle. We don't know what that's going to be, but that's what I'm looking at doing. And then most of my other altcoins, I'm going to sell all of it this bull market. Doge will be $10 one day. I hope so too. I hope so too. One day. We need mass adoption. And that's not happening yet. So we're waiting patiently. NVIDIA is now down over 5%. It's dropping more during the earnings call for anybody who's into NVIDIA stock. Dropping more. What else has happened in stocks? Everything else is just kind of, it's all about NVIDIA. Down to $1 or 118. Yeah, everything else is like zero, up zero, down zero after market. Well, Tesla's down about 1.3%, down to 202. But it's all about NVIDIA now. Wow. Yeah, I don't have NVIDIA. I have Microsoft. No, I don't have Microsoft. I used to have Microsoft. I have Apple, Tesla, and I got a little bit of Robinhood on the last dip. And then I have a couple of really, really low caps. Megal, just to play with that. Still waiting for that to shoot up again, take profits. Maybe it will. But that's about it on the stock side. Everything else is crypto. All crypto. And I'm watching to see what happens with the real estate market. The forecasts for the fall are looking pretty grim right now. And if there's an opportunity to jump on a good deal, a good real estate deal, I'll be ready to do that. And if it means selling a lot of my crypto before the top of the bull market cycle, so be it. Because my goal is to have a nice property with no mortgage. And if I find the right property with a suppressed price and I can afford to buy it cash, I'm going to do that. But it's not going to be at the expense of my Bitcoin, and it's not going to be at the expense of at least half of my Dogecoin. So it all depends on the price, Amar. It all depends on the opportunity. If I sell Doge at 20 cents, if I sell half my Doge at 20 cents, again, my average is in the sixes. So that's a 3x. That's a pretty good return. I mean, it's not like 10x return, but a 3x return in a couple of years. And then, of course, I've got the older Doge from 2021. That would be a 10x on that Doge. Again, if Doge goes back to 20 cents, I would do that. If it means I can get that property and buy it for cash and be mortgage free. I do not want to have a bank owning my property. That's my goal. I don't like the banks. And then from there, as I slowly start to accumulate money, I will slowly start to buy back in. We'll see how it goes. So you've got the same goal? I mean, you got to live somewhere, right? and you're either paying a rent, right, or you're paying a mortgage, you got to live somewhere. And if you can knock that off and you own your house, all you're paying is for your property taxes, which, I mean, here in the United States, you pay your property taxes, which pays for your city or your town services, fire, police, schools, things like that. So that's what the property tax goes to the towns for. So you got to pay that. And then your house maintenance, whatever your maintenance is. That's it. You're renting a 1-bedroom? Yeah. Yeah, but in order to buy, you got to have a big down payment, right? The bigger the down payment, the smaller your mortgage. But if you can have enough gains in crypto where you do a cash sale or cash purchase, you most likely will get a better price because there's less risk on the seller, because you're not relying on the mortgage to get approved. They go and they do like assessment of the property value. You get into all that crap. You don't have that when you buy for cash. Straight cash deal. So that's my goal. That's what I'm looking to do. But I will always own crypto. It's just going to be Bitcoin, Doge, and Sui is going to be my third. I still think Sui is going to go on a big run and possibly become a top 10. Like Solana went on a big run. I think Sui might be the next one. But we'll see. So after I bought at 2 cents back in 2021, last summer, I was buying Doge in the 6s. So my overall average is somewhere in the 6s. I bought a little in the 7s, bought a bunch when it dipped last summer, about a year ago, down to 5.88 cents. And then this year, I've been buying on the dips, but bought some at like 15 cents, bought some at 13 cents. But I had available cash, and I still think Doge is going to go a lot higher. I didn't think Doge would be in the 9s again. I really didn't. And you guys remember me talking about that a few months ago. It's like, we're going to see 9-cent Doge again. Yeah, here we are. Doge has just gotten beaten down this summer, unfortunately. Yeah, right now the Sui tokenomics are bad, but eventually that will end. When the unlocks end, then Sui is going to be golden. Yep. But yeah, the tokenomics are bad. Just like Optimism, Arbitrum, Celestia, there's a bunch of them that just have bad tokenomics right now. But then there's XRP too. We talk about that, but that one, I'm the only one who talks about the XRP. Your goal is to make a nice money to reinvest. And still will rebuy Doge. Solana's the daddy. I mean, you could have bought Solana a year ago at $18, and now it's at $140. That was the purchase last summer, was Solana. There's no doubt. But hey, you don't always get them all right. So Doge just hanging out. Yeah, I know in Boston is not much of a decline yet. It's end of summer now, though. And end of summer, you start seeing some stale properties, been on the market for a while. They're lowering prices. And we'll see what the fall market looks like. We'll see. But yeah, Boston overall hasn't fallen as much as a lot of other areas of the country. Long Island prices are still insane. Yeah, I believe that. But I don't think we're at sort of like that 2008 real estate, crisis position, but there's a lot of sort of fear of recession still, and real estate might be one of those that slows down. It probably won't crash like it did in 2008, but slowing down, I foresee that. And again, it's just on a property by property basis. If I find the right property and can sell most of my crypto and buy it cash. Surviving on bread and water, can't stop buying. I mean, anything you can do to limit your expenses. Again, we are in the year before the bull market top. If you're following the 4-year cycles, you're still in the year before. So buying at these prices, still pretty good. So what does it take to do that? You've got to cut down on your spending. Don't go out and eat at those restaurants. Restaurant prices are horrendous right now. It's the worst I've ever seen in restaurants, or the cost of food at restaurants right now. It's don't do that. Save where you can. Cut down on your monthly expenses. And put the rest in the markets. Of course, always comes at a risk, but yep. I've cut down quite a bit. Still have the occasional thing, right? Like we went out to Western Mass over the weekend and went to Tanglewood, listened to Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. That was awesome. If you've never heard Beethoven's Ninth, quite the music. That was cool. But yeah, dinner was expensive. But you do that every now and then because you do kind of got to live. But just the daily, like day-to-day stuff, that's why I drink Miller Lite when I do these, because I get it at a good price. New York housing market, bonkers. Too many rentals being built. Yep. I'll give crypto till mid-March next year. Sell everything except Bitcoin. I'm always going to keep some Doge. I'm not going to sell all my Doge because you never know. Crypto's Conqueror's got monster bag of Doge waiting for Elon. And the money transmitter licenses too, yes. Waiting, patiently waiting. Get as much Doge as possible, Amar. Yeah, the money transmitter license from X will enable X payments. X payments will start, but it won't have crypto. That's what it looks like. It will not have crypto. It's going to be fiat. And just in the United States. They're probably going to be working on what to do for other countries for it, but that'll be phase 2. Yeah, Nvidia's still down 6% after market. Yeah, ouch. Oh, they announced a buyback too. Yeah, so when X payments actually starts, that will probably boost Dogecoin's price. Doge will probably get a pump even though Dogecoin isn't being used yet, because we know that once X payments gets going, eventually Doge is going to be on there. Elon's got to do that. He's been talking in the past about Dogecoin's advantage over Bitcoin and use for transactions, all of those things. Elon's been, he talked about it. So, and with Elon, things just take time. So we just take times. We take the time. You're 58, giving Doge 5 more years, and then retire. Doge tips on X would be super cool. Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's perfect use for it, right? Just have a little button right there to tip a creator for their content, and it's Doge. Everybody has a Doge wallet on X, and then it just goes automatically. That wouldn't be that hard to do. And then, like I said earlier, doing payouts to content creators, those twice a month payouts, you could have the option to have that paid in Doge. That wouldn't be that hard. And they could actually do that without X payments. But they'd have to have a wallet thing set up. So, hey, Tim, how are you? I've stopped looking at my portfolio these days. Wake me up when the fireworks start. Yeah. What's that song? Wake me when September ends. Right. It could be. There's a lot of people who think September is typically a bad month. Like this weekend, I'll be making my September price prediction video. We'll be going through all of that, how crypto and Doge, Bitcoin have performed in past Septembers, just looking at that as a point of reference. Yeah, so look forward to that. That'll be this weekend. And it could be wake me when September ends. We'll see. Hey, Wei, how are you? Welcome. We've had a good stream. I'm just about done. I don't see Doge decoupling from Bitcoin. I'm going to follow Bitcoin trading. Well, we have seen Doge do it before. It did it in 2021. If you remember, early 2021, Bitcoin went up to 64K in like February, and then was actually heading down in April when Doge took off from 8 cents to 16 to 20 to 30 to 42. Bitcoin was going down at the time. So I know that was before. It can do it again. Come on, Bolron. It can do it again. That's what we're here for. It can do it again. NVIDIA now down $6.50. Over 5%. Yeah, it's coming back a little bit. That NVIDIA trading's wild. Aftermarket. Matt Wallace said Doge to $6. Yeah. He doesn't even do Dogecoin stuff anymore. He's making too much money on X with all of his reposting of conspiracy theory crap. So he was only in it for the money. He doesn't care about Doge. March 25th is when the lunar eclipse happens. That's the top for BTC. Amar has said it, March 25th. Everybody note this. March 25th. Maybe. That was before, not now. So many whales in Doge. There were whales back then. I think the leverage trading just makes it harder now. And that's really what today's stream was a lot about. The bulls versus bears. It's really all the leverage. Doge starts moving, it's going to get shorted. Market makers want to take out all the leverage for all the leverage longs. It's going to be a battle. Yeah, this weekend, September price prediction video. In the 4-year cycle, oh, sorry, whales are the ones who are doing leverage. Yeah, big time. 2025, Amar says. Well, that will be the top of the cycle. Sometime in 2025, again, following those 4-year cycles. We've been talking about that. But we're not in 2025 yet. So it's hard sitting here, especially when we had 22-cent Dogecoin back in March. We had 22-cent Dogecoin. And now here we are at 10. It's just like, that's tough. But we'll get there. We just don't know what the moon is going to be yet, right? How high? We don't know yet. And anybody who thinks they know, they're just guessing. They're just guessing. You can look at all the TA on the charts all you want. Nobody predicted Doge in the 9-cent range earlier this year based on technical analysis. Nobody. $36, that's moon. Let's go. Dogecoin to the moon. I'll take it. We should create our own gang to fight against those leverage traders. Yeah. The anti-leverage group. Yep, crazy. All right, gang, that's what we have for a Wednesday. Hey, look, we're right where we started, 10 cent Doge. That's what we got. I'll be live again Friday. Join me 4 o'clock Friday. We'll have our Friday live stream, and we'll have an AMA. Ask me anything. We'll go off topic on Friday a little bit. Have some fun. So join in on those Fridays. Probably have another video tomorrow anyway. Catch up on what's going on, and we'll see how this leverage trading is panning out. Look at Ethereum now. Ethereum's actually, look at Ethereum starting to move up. Huh. Ethereum has been getting hit hard because of the liquidations, but this is starting to look positive for ETH. So if we look at the ETH BTC pair right before we go, wow, look at that. ETH is starting to come back against BTC. So there you go. Those who were shorting ETH BTC going to get hit. Do I have a fireproof metallic seed phrase notepad? No, I wrote mine down with a pen and a piece of paper. That's what I did. Keep cheap and easy. A piece of paper and a pen. In case of a house fire. I know. If there's a house fire, that's the first thing I'll grab. No, I've got a firebox. I do have a firebox. So it's in the firebox. I won't tell you where that is, but I do have a firebox. I got other important papers and stuff in there too. So I do use that. All right, gang. Have a great evening. And rest of the week, we'll see you all on Friday. Do come back. We'll see you then.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.